Hi, Sabrina, and good morning. Good afternoon
Good
once again.
morning. I don't know if you can see me. It took me a while to connect, so I'm sorry. I'm
That,
outside,
that's
on the
fine.
road.
That's fine. That's fine. Sabrina, I hope you're doing fine.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I tell you what, I'm trying to catch up with, trying to give you some feedbacks on your recent submission of assignments for
Okay.
your level three. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right. Right. Now, so you did a very good job in terms of the learning outcomes one. You were able to underscore the various professional outlines within the health and social care. And that really gave you a mark, a pass mark, because you were able to meet the learning outcome on a pass mark.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So you did very well. And you met the learning outcome for 1.1 because you were able to sort of give more, outline the professional skills within the health. And we are quite convinced to sort of give you the learning outcome relative to 1.1
Okay.
because there was a bit of elaborations that you gave us. Well, when it comes to the 1.2, the early learning outcome 1.2, you gave an in-depth elaborations of the several skills and techniques within the as a care home manager. I'm sure that
Uh-huh.
and you were able to give all the cross-disciplinary working relationship, and that also was a key component that we identified and
Okay.
give you a pass mark to that. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Then we have to look into your learning outcomes too, you know, and you were looking at more of your strength and weaknesses, what we call the SWOT analysis. I was expecting you to also mention the SWOT analysis, your
Okay.
strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats that
Okay.
was elaborated in your lectures. I didn't see that.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't see that. That would have helped you to have probably achieve a merit grade. But in
Okay.
the absence of that, you did well, and because you were
Okay.
able to give the diverse skill set, efficiency, and the effectiveness of the resource restraints, and that helped you. So you met the learning outcome 2.1, and that was a pass mark as well.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
And having said that, um,
Connection. I don't know.
example
If you
of the create.
okay, I just lost you for a moment. Okay.
Could you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah. So 2.3, you were able to give clear examples, which were very okay in terms of the roles of the catering managers and domestic team and what they do within the care home. And that was very key as well. And so
Mm-hmm.
we gave you a pass mark as well on that. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah. And more importantly, you were able to use the bailing team rules to identify the person's role
Let me
and
finish
able
this
to give
exam.
a job.
How are you?
So there was a
Doing a
mixture
side
of
hustle.
the theory part of it, and you're able to give a practical know-how, and that is key in your feedback that we're given. So we give you a pass mark on that as well. Okay,
Okay, great. Okay.
amazing. Then we have to look into your learning outcome three, you know, which talks about how we could identify your understanding in overcoming barriers within the multidisciplinary working team. And your 1.1 was very important because you identify or underscore the various barriers in that, but you were not able to explore more into more of the hierarchies and examples to that. And in view of that, you had a pass mark.
Thank you. Okay,
Okay.
good.
But your explanations were on point. You gave a bit in-depth explanations in terms of the 3.2, which is to evaluate the impact of the barriers on stakeholders and the service delivery. You
Mm-hmm.
underscored the various barriers within the stakeholders and service delivery, and that was
Okay,
quite important as well. So we
great.
gave you a pass mark as well. So
Oh,
with
great.
the third
Mm-hmm.
part, which you also have a pass mark because you gave or outlined the various ways to overcome those barriers, but you could not give much examples, in my opinion. You were able to give
Okay.
much examples into how to overcome these barriers. So you could have gotten a merit, but
Oh,
again,
okay.
you were given a pass mark. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, and let's look into your learning outcome 4. And holistically, learning outcome 4 was to do more of the communication. And you were able to give a more theoretical way of, but not more practical. You wanted to see a bit more practical approach, okay? Analyze practical communication. So your explanations were a bit more, not too practical, relative to the learning outcomes or per the assessment that we needed, but you were able to explain, and it was more theoretical. However, you still met the learning outcome, okay?
Okay, great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you met the learning outcome. You met the
Okay,
learning
that's good.
outcome, right? And just bear with me. I can see you guys on. Okay, so let me put myself on video as well. 1 minute.
Okay,
please.
hi. Hello.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
Hi.
we can.
Okay. Then just okay, so my camera is on now. Okay. Yeah. So we are on learning outcome 4. So as I did explain to you, Sabrina, it is a question that demands more practical answering to the communications issues. In my opinion, your feedback or your answers were not more practical. However, you're able to give a bit more explanation relative to a bit more theoretical way of answering them. And that alone was quite okay because you were able to give the staff shortages and the time constraints and the privacy issue, but they were not more practical. We wanted to see a bit more in-depth practical answers. So you had a pass mark in there. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you had a pass mark in there. And if you go below, you would also have how to explain the promote equal opportunities within a service. Again, you gave an in-depth and different diverse way of the opportunities that comes within the service delivery or within the multidisciplinary team, and that achieved you a pass mark. So with 4.4 also, your explanation was on point. You gave the diversity and explained how to promote equal opportunities, and you had a pass mark in there as well. Okay, much as that I feel it wasn't adequate, your answers were not much adequate. However, a pass mark, you were able to achieve that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Okay. So you and I commend you because you were able to explain the ways for different ways in stakeholders and engagement, and you were able to give the stakeholder metrics, which was very key in your explanation, and being able to describe the 10 principles of stakeholder engagement was very key in your answers or in your assignment submissions, and that is very key, and we were able to give you a pass mark. So in general, you met the learning outcomes, and then you're able to achieve a pass mark in general. Okay,
great, thank you.
Now, so overall, I would say that you made immense attempts to meet out the learning outcomes in your assignment. You know, the work evidence submitted by you demonstrate that you have developed a good knowledge and understanding of building and managing working relationship with the multidisciplinary team. You know, however, you have carried out the task in the context of specific role within the health and social care sector, and that is of a care home manager at a Starlight Care Home. Is that where you were?
Yes.
Okay, Starlight Care Home. Okay, and presented the research in motivating and leading the MDT team, you know, the multidisciplinary team. You have.
That's great. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
You know, now your tasks have been attempted with good academic writing. I love that. Okay.
Thank you.
Good academic writing, and your originality is very key. You know.
Thank you.
Yes, it shows that you didn't copy and paste, and you're able to display your ability to find practical solutions to identify and overcome. But even though I said your practical approach was not enough, but yes, still we could see a bit of practical answers given, which is very important. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, one key thing when it comes to assignments in the UK or in university level is your referencing. And
Yeah, I know. I always have
yeah,
a hard time with that.
exactly. But you did very well. You
Yeah.
complied, and your references were Harvard references, which were very good. Okay.
Okay.
You were on point. Okay. All right. Your task have been identified with academic writing and original and met the demand of the assignment brief. The assignment brief is what we use to assess the assignment that you submitted, and it meets the assignment brief, exactly what we wanted. Okay.
Okay.
As your assignment follows the command verb and is detailed, you need to follow the command verb. You remember we gave you all those points.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
The time to spell check, you did it. You did the proofreading very well, which we could see there were comments, everything was on point before submitting your assignment. This really helped ensure that your work is free of spelling, grammar, formatting mistakes, and all that.
Okay.
The time to prove it your assignment before submitting is to make sure the use of your UK English. Overall, I like I said, overall, I think that you meet the assignment brief and the learning outcomes. Okay.
Okay.
And we believe that your progress and demonstrate the effect to meet the assignment criteria, and therefore we have awarded you a pass mark.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Should you have any issues or any concern, you could reply back to us if you need
Okay.
any. Okay, so you have
I appreciate your help. Thank you.
You are welcome. Is there any question at all that you need to ask?
No, no. I mean, you explained it all very well. Thank
Are
you.
you sure? Are you sure? That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. So lovely having taken the chance to meet us, and we are so grateful. Okay.
Yes, and I'm working on the last one right now.
Are you?
Yeah, on the research unit. So
On the
that's a
research
little
units.
different,
That's
but
fine.
I'm working on it. Yes.
That's fine. Don't worry. All right. So thanks so much. Yeah.
Thank
Right?
you so much. Nice to see your face.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Thanks so much as well, Sabrina.
All right. Take care.
Right. Well, I'm going to do
Bye.
right. Placide, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So let me have a look. Sabrina, are you done? Okay. So let me check your assignment, and then
So I'm
I
going to
could
go.
give.
I'm going to look at an apartment here. I'm trying to rent.
Sabrina, are you off? Are you on the line?
Yes, I'm going now. Take care.
That's-
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
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 Starlight. Okay. All right, Placidia, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Let me quickly give you your feedback then. Placidia, quickly. Okay. Can you see the screen, Placidia?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Placidia, you are aware that you normally have assignment brief and learning outcomes, and your assignment should comply with those
Yeah.
assessments. Okay. All right. Okay. So your learning outcome one. What we gathered that you were meant to explain the factors that drive change in health and social care, and you were on point. You explained and outlined the factors within the government policies and legislation that was called, and that means learning outcome one. However, you've been assessed. 1 minute. Let me just. You've been assessed, and we realized that you met those learning outcomes, but you were able to achieve a pass mark. Are you there?
Yeah.
You're able to achieve a pass mark on those factors. And then if we assess 1.2, it says assess the challenges that key factors of change brings to health and social care. That again, you did very well. You were able to briefly outline various things, but there were very little evidence of assessment seen. Okay, very little assessment seen. You could have included other factors of change such as budgetary constraints, legislations related to safeguarding patients' rights and choices, the data privacy, resistance to change, etc., and all that. So much as you met the learning outcome on the past level, but you could have done more to achieve a merit mark. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at learning outcome 2, Placidia. You were meant to devise a strategy and a criteria for measuring recent changes and everything. Okay. You did well by choosing a monitoring customer service and diverse strategy involving SWOT analysis, quality measurement, and marginally, which is good, SWOT analysis. But I don't think you dived more into SWOT analysis in terms of the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. I don't think you dived more into it. But then you were able to meet the learning outcome 2.1. For 2.2, you attempted to measure the impact of changes to the service provided in the care home. And so you did well. Also, you were able to have a pass mark on that. Okay, you did very well. And then the last bit of the question, you propose appropriate service responses. You evaluated the overall impact of recent changes in the care home on the staff and resident families. You have briefly outlined the ways to communicate and create awareness of the proposed changes to service users, and that achieved you a pass mark as well. You did very well in explaining those things, and that's a good thing that you did. But you could not achieve a merit because you could only get a pass on that. And then learning outcome 3, you were meant to explain the key principles of change management. Yes, of course, your submissions were on point. You outlined some of the change management models, such as the Cortez 8-step model, living change management, William. You did all that, but it was a bit insufficient. The evidence supporting it were insufficient. It's always been the evidence. There were insufficient evidence of the key principles of change management sale. So that achieved you a pass mark. It was not enough supporting examples and evidence in your assignment submission. So there were not enough evidence. Okay. So
Okay.
that's it.
Me citing examples.
Exactly. Yes. And the evidences. Okay. Supporting the evidences. Okay. Of those. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then your last bit was to assess how to monitor recent changes in health and social. Before that, we have to explain how changes in health and social care are planned. So you have briefly explained how changes in health and social care are planned with staff, with clarity about present position and the desired future position. You have briefly outlined some ways to monitor these recent changes in health, such as regular review, feedback, and data, and that is very good. So 3.3, you did very well, and therefore you are awarded a pass mark as well. Okay. So in general, Placidia, having assessed all your answers and all that, we felt that you fall in the category, you had a pass, so you successfully passed your assignment submission. But those are the final feedbacks. So the feedbacks are that you have submitted an assignment relative to the facilitating change in health and social care course model. The work evidence submitted by you demonstrate that you are in the nascent stages of developing knowledge and understanding of the factors that drive change within the health and social care sector services. Using the example of Rose Care Homes, you have tried, and that is good. So we wanted to see more of the examples. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
There'll be more of the examples. You have tried to display your ability to evaluate recent changes within the healthcare sector services and understanding of the principles of change management. All your learning outcomes are addressed briefly, providing just the minimum evidence. That's our concern, okay? Just minimum evidence to achieve a marginal pass in the unit. Develop your Harvard reference with the help of your training available at model. So your reference were not on point as well, okay? They were not entirely on point. And you should always come back to us if you needed more lectures on that or you needed support, all right? So your referencing were not top-notch. They were not on point. You did not really comply with the Harvard style of references. It was not on point. So develop your Harvard reference with the help of training available on model, which is on model. Take time to proofread you're not proofreading to check your comments, your spelling mistakes, your assignment before submitting, to make sure that on the use of a UK English. Take time to spell check and proofread your assignment before you submit. So you could get a second person to read for you and make sure and see if there are any mistakes and you've not done that properly. This will ensure that your work is free of spelling, grammar, formatting mistakes. It is important to give the source of images to provide proper attribution and credit to the author. So if where you attach images, you need to ensure that you reference it, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Any drawings and all that, there should be reference, the source. You acknowledge the author of it, okay? There are no presentation or accompanying handouts submitted for task 1. You didn't add any presentation on your task 1. There were no presentation or accompanying handouts, of course, which is one of the key things that we mentioned, and that is required by you in your submissions, okay?
Yeah.
Therefore, your assignment submitted marginally missed the pass criteria, so you have awarded a pass mark, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any question at all?
Okay. So Harvard referencing and explaining more, and the handout, I don't understand.
Say it again.
The handout.
The handout we gave.
Yeah. How am I supposed to submit the handout?
Which handout are you?
You just talked about, you said I did not accompany my work with the handout. So
yeah, you were supposed to come out with a handout and a presentation yourself pertaining to the question that was given to you. So if you go back to your task 1, which we cannot do now, but if you go to the task 1, it tells you to come out with a handout and a presentation in answering the question.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so when can we deal with it? Because I don't understand.
At this stage, you are giving you feedbacks.
Okay.
So it should be when you were doing the assignment. Okay. So if you go back to, not now, we give you feedback. When you go back to your assignment, you would have realized that you were told to generate a presentation. It is in your, okay, and a handout is on the page. If you go back, you would see.
All right then.
Yeah. So you could not do a proper presentation and accompanying handouts as well.
Okay.
So if you go back to if you go back to your question and your not this particular one, but on your assignment that was given to you, this is the learning outcomes. You realize that you were told to come up with a presentation and a handout. Okay, if you go back, but it's there. So this is just the assignment brief or learning outcome. But on your proper assignment, on your model, you realize that you were told to come up with a presentation and a handout. So your presentation didn't come with that, which means that you're supposed to present the power slides presentations. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So you've been awarded a pass mark. Placidia.
Okay.
All right. Any other question, you could always email us or but go back. I'm sure you understand. Once the feedback is done, go back to the question, task 1. I'm talking about learning outcome 1, the first one, task 1. You would have seen what we require from you, your presentation and your handouts. Okay.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Okay. All right. So in the absence of any question, I said, yeah, lovely meeting you once again, and I know you've been chasing us on your next lectures, isn't it? So
yes,
we'll surely get back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, Placidia.
Bye.
Bye.